everybody, we're getting really close to seed starting time for a lot of places. Some places it already is, and that's exciting. But I thought I would talk briefly about a few common mistakes that sometimes people make, including myself, and hopefully help you to prevent making any mistakes whenever you're indoor seed starting so you have a perfect seed starting experience. Okay, so first of all, I will say one of the most common mistakes that you can make is not starting your seeds at the right time. Whether it is too early or too late, those are super common mistakes. So I will say that you need to download the From Seed to Spoon app. If you don't already have it, make sure you get it. You can get it for free in the iOS and Android stores, and it will give you exact planting dates based on your nearest weather station. It'll pull the recommended times that you can plant for indoor and outdoor, so it'll really help you with that solution. So make sure you download the From Seed to Spoon app so that way you know exactly when to go about planting. And you can also use the app too to log any plants that you do start by seed, so that way you can keep track of them. You can know when to expect them to germinate, as well as continuing on when to expect them to harvest and things like that. Another common mistake that happens too, and it's happened to us before, is by getting your seed starting mix and just putting it directly in. And you don't pre-moisten that soil mix so it is really dry. Well, whenever it is super dry, it's not going to absorb water. So you want to make sure that you are watering your soil mix before you get all of your trays and everything ready. So whenever we go about doing it, we love using the Espoma seed starting solution, like their mix that they have. And we just open the bag. You can put water directly in the bag too and mix it there, or you can just dump it into like a 5-gallon bucket, give it some water in there, mix it all up, and then put it into your trays that you have or whatever you're going to be using to start your seeds. So just make sure that it is pre-moistened. You have plenty of, it's not overwatered or anything, but you want it to be moist whenever you go about planting, so it holds water really well. And while we're talking about water, another common mistake is how to water. So whenever you are watering, it's really important to make sure that you are not watering from above, in that you are always watering from below. Now you want to make sure that you have the right seed starting equipment for this, and I will recommend either these bootstrap products over here. They are fantastic because they have these trays underneath, super heavy duty. We love them. You can get those at the Park Seed Store. And then as well, we have these right here. I love these biodomes from these Park Seed biodomes. They work really well for germinating seeds, but they also have a tray underneath that you put water in, and then the seedlings can soak the water from above. So that helps with a lot of different things. It'll help to strengthen those roots once they start growing. It'll help prevent mold issues, gnats, a whole bunch of issues. So you want to make sure that you are always watering from below, and it'll help you too with over or underwatering as well. So another common issue that I see, and that we've definitely done before, especially when we first started out, we didn't know that we had to do this. So we didn't know that we had to go through and clean our seed starting trays and equipment and all of that and make sure that they were ready for the new season. We thought we could just reuse them, just grab them right off the shelf, which, I mean, every beginner, has to start somewhere. So I wanted to make sure that I shared that mistake with you all as well. So make sure that over the off season, before you go through and plant out, that you are going through and rinsing them all off, at least with water or soap and water. We do a mixture of 1 part bleach to 9 parts water, so that way we get a disinfectant, and we can have them super clean. We prevent any mold issues or any issues that may have crossed over from the previous growing season. We want to make sure we get rid of all of that. So we always make sure that we clean everything super good so we don't have any issues. Another common issue that, myself included, we've all made before, I'm sure, is by not having a light close enough to your seedlings once they start to sprout. So you'll see that my shop lights that I have right here are right above my trays right there, as well as over here on top of the biodomes. They are super close. So you want them to be as close as possible without burning them. And you want to make sure that they get plenty of light, or else you're going to have something called leggy seedlings. Now these are, whenever you'll notice that your plants get a little bit spindly, they get really thin, they're stretching, they're reaching towards the light. that's not a good sign. So you want to make sure that you fix the sunlight issue. If you have them on a windowsill, you need to rotate them or give them some more sun. Put them under some grow lights or shop lights if you're just doing just germinating seeds. Just making sure you always provide them with plenty of light. Another common mistake that I see is not necessarily in the seed starting process, but later on after you have your little baby seedlings in here and you want to go outside and transplant them, not hardening them off correctly. So what I mean by that, you want to make sure that you gradually expose them to their outside environment that they're going to be in. You want to make sure that they aren't shocked and they are adjusting well to their new environment. So by taking them outside for little visits, for slowly increasing their time frame over about a week or two, you start to harden them off and get them ready for their outside planting where they're going to be, and they will be ready for planting after about a week or two. So I have more videos about like the actual hardening off that I will go, I'll link in the description down below if you guys wanted to check those out. But essentially that's all it is, and it's super simple to do, and you need to make sure that you always do this before you transplant out your plants. I hope that by sharing some of the mistakes that we've made along the way of indoor seed starting, that it will help you guys, and that hopefully you won't go through all of the mistakes that we've made over the years, and hopefully you will have a fantastic indoor seed starting season. As always, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section and I will get back with you. See y'all next time. Bye.